Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, you're probably looking at the title of this video and you're like, what? You're like, what is Mr. Locario about to talk about, right? So I titled this, Why I Love When Guys Give Up on Approaching Women. So you're probably like, what? What are you talking about? Because aren't you trying to get guys to approach women? Don't you teach guys how to approach women, right? And yeah, I teach all that, but I actually do love when guys give up on approaching women, right? Now, what do I mean by this, right? The thing is, you have a lot of guys out there who, they've sort of just been like, fuck it, right? They're like, oh, I'm not going to bother. It's too much work. This game stuff is bullshit. Confidence is bullshit. It's all about looks and money. And if you don't have that, girls aren't going to like you, yada, yada, yada. You've heard the story before, right? So what happens is that these guys just say fuck it and give up, right? And the thing is, I love when this happens. And I'm going to tell you a few reasons why. One is because it makes it easier for you other guys who actually go out there and put in the work and actually approach women. You understand? Makes it easier for you. Because what happens is that you're going to have a whole bunch of women who are not getting, approached, right? That like they would like to. And what happens is that since, they're not getting approached as much, right? The girls are going to be more receptive to you guys who actually go out there and approach and know what you're doing when you're approaching. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that also a lot of those guys who don't approach usually are the guys who don't really, know how to do the approaching. They don't really know what they're doing a lot of times. Their game is sort of weak, which is why they haven't been having the success that they want. Now, there's nothing wrong with, your game being weak at a certain point. You understand? But the thing is that if you don't actually, put in the work and try and make shit happen, then you're not going to actually progress. You understand? And then you're going to be like, fuck it, I'm going to give up and all this other stuff, right? But you guys out there who actually put in the work, it's going to make it easier for you because one, you're getting better at the game because you're studying the game and you're putting this shit into practice. And two, since there's not that many, there's going to be other guys who are sort of opting out, you understand, in certain cases, that leaves more room for you to get shit popping, meaning that there's more chicks for you to fuck with. You understand? Because those guys who have weak game, even when they were trying to talk to girls, the girls weren't feeling them anyway, and they're waiting around for a guy whose game is tight, which is you, because you're still out there making it happen. And then she's going to be more receptive to you because you got tight game and you're actually putting shit out there, right? So that's one of the reasons why I love when certain guys stop approaching or give up on approaching. Another reason is it makes my job easier. You understand? Because the thing is that when I'm teaching you guys these things, right, I want to see you guys get results. And then, me letting you know that, what's out there is going to be a little bit more attainable to you because you have a lot of guys sort of like opting out, makes it easier for you to get that success. You understand? Now, I'm not saying that everything is going to be easy. I'm just saying that it's easier because you have a lot of guys who aren't really approaching and hollering. You understand? Like there's some women that I know, who I've talked to, who they'll tell me that, they'll be out at certain spots and, they'll be like, yeah, a lot of guys don't really approach me. And these will be like really like hot chicks, like what most guys would consider a hot girl. And some guys just don't approach because they're intimidated. Some guys, are not approaching because they're just like, fuck it, I'll give up, I'm not going to bother. So then she doesn't get approached. You see what I'm saying? Or she doesn't get approached as much, as, you would expect. You see what I mean? And that's because a lot of guys are on that, hey, I'm not going to approach, I'm done, it's a wrap. You understand? Now, this is the funny part, though, that about this whole thing, and what I really like about this is that what's going to happen is this, because I love to teach the game and I love to see when guys actually have success, right? So, at the end of the day, I want all these guys, even the guys who are saying, hey, I give up, fuck it or whatever, I want these guys to actually have success. I want them to actually go out there and, make something happen, right? I want them to get this success. I want them to see that it's possible. I want these things to go down. But see, the reason why I love when these guys give up on approaching is because these guys who give up on approaching, what happens is at some point, hopefully sooner than later, but usually it's later, and then, a lot of time has been wasted, right? At some point, they realize that they're going to have to, suck it up and actually learn how to get women. You understand what I'm saying? If they're going to deal with women, right? Because, the funny part about this whole thing is that it sounds good to say, yo, fuck that, I'm not bothering to deal with chicks and all that. It sounds great, right? But the reality of the situation is you're still a man and you still are going to have, urges, sexual urges to deal with women. Because even, the dudes who are on the MGTOW stuff, they'll still talk about the whole pump and dump. So they still understand, okay, well, I want to have sex with these chicks. But even some of the MGTOW guys, some of them are like, oh, I'm opting out of fucking with chicks. But at the end of the day, you're going to want to fuck with some girls sometime, somehow, in some capacity. You understand? Because even if you say, okay, I'm done with chicks, I'm not bothering with them. Next, you walk outside your house, you see a hot chick. You go to the store, you see a hot chick. You go to a mall, you see another hot chick. You can't escape them. You understand? They're all over the fucking place. You're at school, that girl in your class, that girl that lives down the block from you. Like you say, okay, I'm not going to do it, but it's just constantly in your face and you're so tempted. You understand? Because you want to make something happen. So the thing is, what makes, this so great when these guys give up on approaching is that at some point they're going to come around, right? And at some point, when they come around, I'm going to be able to teach them the game, and then they're going to have success. You see what I'm saying? It's like that saying, they say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. You understand? So some of these dudes, they're just not ready. Because it's funny, I actually had someone email me the other day. I think he was a MGTOW dude, and he was like, yo, Mr. Lucario, dating coaches like you don't like MGTOW because you know that the MGTOW is a big movement and guys are gonna stop dealing with women, and then therefore you're not gonna be able to coach anybody, and then you're not gonna be able to do what you do, right? And now it's so funny because I'm laughing at this shit. And it's like, oh, I fucking love this. I fucking love this. Like, you guys have no idea how much I love this, because the thing is this: as much as people think MGTOW is this big thing, right? A lot of guys who are MGTOW still are trying to get pussy. So you still need to learn how to get pussy. That's one. Two, there are millions upon millions of guys who are not MGTOW and who have no interest in being MGTOW. You see what I'm saying? So the coaching thing is it's going to be there. The game is always going to be there. See, a lot of guys, they sort of opt out. They sort of say, oh, I'm giving up, as this like this big declaration, but it's really just like more of an attention whore thing. It's like, I remember when I used to be in these Facebook groups and someone would announce that they're leaving the group. They'd be like, oh, this group sucks. I'm leaving this group. I don't want to be here anymore because you guys suck. And it's just like, everybody's looking at this nigga like, okay, well, then just fucking leave. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to care. You know what I mean? Like, if you're the type of guy who has weak game, you're sort of like a beta male type of dude, a guy who, doesn't work on himself. He doesn't really exude like that attractive quality that women like. You giving up on that is not going to do anything. You understand what I'm saying? Like, no women are going to be crying and saying, oh my God, this guy is going to stop approaching me. Oh, this sucks. I can't, don't stop approaching me, like guy that I didn't, care about anyway, or I wasn't attracted to. Like, they're not going to care. You see what I'm saying? You understand? So you got to develop your shit in order to be that attractive guy, in order for anybody to even care. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it would be different if it was a movement of dudes who were on point, who was about their shit, who was, doing their thing and was like, we're not fucking with no chick, then it would be an issue. You understand what I'm saying? For women, they'll be like, oh my God, all these top notch, awesome guys are not fucking with us. You see what I mean? But see, the thing is, a lot of the guys who say, well, I give up on approaching women, they're the type of guys who women weren't really checking for in the first place. You understand? And I'm sorry to break it to you guys. I know this video is going to hurt a lot of people's feelings, but I mean, I got to keep this shit real. You see what I'm saying? So, the funny part is, when people are like, oh my goodness, you're just upset because all these guys are not going to want to, get coaching or learn the game and all this other stuff. And I'm like, dude, the game is always going to be here. Things are going to, you're even if you're acting like you don't want to fuck with it, you want to fuck with it because you're a man and because you're a human being and because you have sexual urges. So even if you're not even trying to get with a girl on some girlfriend boyfriend type shit or whatever, that's cool, but you want to fuck. So you still got to learn how to fuck, or you got to learn how to get the chicks to fuck. And in order to get the chicks, you got to approach. You understand? So if you're saying, hey, I give up on this approaching stuff, I love it. I fucking love it. I love it so much because it's just going to make the shit, you're going to come around. You understand? And I'll be here when you come around. That's all I'm saying. It's like the person who wants to lose weight and they're sick of losing weight, or they're sick of, having to go to the gym. They're like, fuck it. And then what they do is they try to buy some magic pills on those infomercials, like take 2 of these and you're going to lose a lot of weight, or try this, magical diet where you only drink water or eat air and, this is going to happen. And then, or, put this fucking machine on your stomach to get 6-pack abs, and you try all that bullshit. Then once you realize that it doesn't work, none of that shit's working for you, you still are out of shape, and you've hit rock bottom. Then you say, you know what? Shit, I guess I just gotta actually go in the gym, work my ass off, and eat right, and then I will actually lose the weight because I gotta do the real shit. You understand? Same shit that's gonna happen with this. So this is why I just love it. I just sit back and I fucking love it. It's hilarious to me. It's hilarious to me. You see what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying that, when you guys out there, you got to understand that you can't escape the game, right? The game is life. It's all around you. So if you want something, in this game, you got to put something in. And I've said this, a bunch of times. So for all you guys who are saying, hey, I'm giving up on approaching women, you understand? That's not gonna do anything for you. As far as, your situation with women, no woman's gonna feel sorry for you. No woman is gonna be like, oh no, don't do that. I'm gonna, do what you want now. Like they're not gonna do that. So you're just gonna be there, chilling by yourself, not approaching women, and nobody's gonna care but you. And, the other hundreds of guys on YouTube with videos, talking all that nonsense about they're forced to be lonely and, all that other craziness. But, it is what it is. So I'm just letting you guys know, when you're ready, I'm here. All right. So holla at your boy. All right. I'm out of here, guys. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, make sure you click the link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Now, this is a private one-on-one coaching session between me and you where we chop up game for a half an hour. So make sure you click that link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.